Hey, it's your girl Neek, and here we are to discuss lipstick. And this post is by request, and I've been getting a lot of questions and comments about people who have full lips, and I lovingly call them cherry lips. That's a nickname for another day we'll get into. Um, but so I'm here to talk about just a couple tips for if you have full lips of things you can do so you can actually wear lipstick. And just a little bit about me. I'm 30 now, however, I did not wear lipstick until I was actually way into my 20s because I was very insecure. I didn't know what colors to buy, or I didn't feel like things looked right because, you know, my lips are different colors, and I just felt like whatever I saw in pictures or on blogs, I just felt like it would never be for me. So once I got over that, I just said, let me do some research, let me try different things and figure out what works for me. So luckily I've done that, and I'm going to give you some tips. So the first thing you have to do when you have full lips, well, really anybody, but especially when you have full lips, is you have to exfoliate. So when you exfoliate your lips, it's going to prevent flaking, and it's going to allow for a smooth application of the lipstick. So there are a few ways that you can exfoliate. You can use a toothbrush when you're brushing your teeth, just like you normally would, and just actually go over your lips with the toothbrush. And then some people use lip scrub. So there's a couple ways that you can do it. Bliss, I'm going to put a picture right here, has their own lip scrub, and you can buy it from, you know, any place that would sell Bliss products. And then there is the DIY one where you can use like brown sugar and honey to actually exfoliate your lips. And you just get brown sugar, get honey from your kitchen, rub it on your lips, wipe it off, make sure everything is smooth. Now the next thing you have to do is you definitely have to moisturize your lips. So when you moisturize your lips, it's going to make sure they're soft and actually prep your lips. The key is you don't want to OD with the moisturizer, because depending on what you use, you can kind of dilute the lipstick, or when you put it on, it'll slide everywhere and it won't stay in place, and that's definitely not what you want either. So for moisturizer, you can go high end. I personally like the Sugar Lip Moisturizer. However, it is a bit pricey. Or you could just go low end chapstick. You know, for those of us who grew up black, you can use Vaseline. For those of us who are into the more, you know, natural wave, you can use coconut oil. Basically just anything that's going to moisturize your lips, soften them, and not leave any color on it to do it. So you want to do that, I would say, a few minutes, like 5 minutes before you're going to put the lipstick on, to actually give your lips a chance to absorb the moisture. Now this is optional, lip primers. Now lip primers do the same thing that eye primers do. So they have a couple ones, and I'll put some pictures in it. They have Too Faced Lip Insurance, and then they have a MAC Prep and Prime. And basically it's supposed to smooth your lips and make sure that when you put the lipstick on, it's an even application. I don't use lip primers just because the MAC one I didn't feel like did anything, and I felt that the Too Faced Lip Insurance actually, to me, dried my lips out, and it just felt kind of weird. So I haven't gotten into lip primers, but some people swear by them. So I would suggest buy and try and see whether you like it or not. Now the next thing, if you have full lips, is lip liners. Lip liners are critical. Remember, if you don't remember anything, remember lip liners. So they have brands, basically any brand that makes a lipstick is going to make a lip liner, 9 out of 10. So now my favorite brands for lip liners are NYX, MAC, and Urban Decay. NYX, that's affordable. I believe they sell it in CVS now, but you can definitely find it at, you know, places like Ulta. I know for a fact they sell it online. I bought NYX online. I like MAC. That's a little bit more pricey, obviously, than NYX. And the only thing I'll say about MAC is I find their pencils to be a little bit more drying. So if you're somebody who gets super chapped lips very easily, you might want to be careful of the formulation because the regular wooden MAC pencils do tend to be drier. So basically with lip liners, they're kind of two families. So you can have your one, which is going to be like a natural, so it would be close to the color of your skin tone or your lip tone, and that's what you would use if you're doing a nude lip. Now that'll just help everything blend in. Now also the next family is the lip liners that are the same color as the lipstick. So when you do that, you're just kind of making sure that one, that's going to help the lipstick stay on longer, and two, it's going to make it neat. And if you're somebody like me where, you know, one of your lips is dark and the other one isn't, it's actually going to even the color. So if you do have that situation, and I'll put a picture in, what you want to do is basically fill your whole lip. So you would fill in your whole lip with the pencil, then put the lipstick on top, and that's going to, one, again, help it stay longer, and two, it will make sure that the color is even. And that's actually what I did for this lipstick that I'm wearing. I'll put a link. This is actually a custom lipstick that I made at the Bite Beauty Studio here in Soho in New York City. So you can go there, you can get, you know, whatever color you want. They mix it, they make it right there. They write down the formula, and you can walk out with your lipstick, you know, within a half an hour. It's a little bit pricey, I'm warning you, but I would definitely say it's worth it. So basically what I did with this is I mixed the color, and then I got a lip pencil from Urban Decay to match it. So to make sure that everything kind of looks the same, I lined my lip, and then I just filled in my entire top lip, and then put the lipstick, and that's how I got the look now. Another thing, when you're picking lipstick, think about what you're going to be doing. So for instance, if you know you're just going out with your girls, whatever, you can kind of wear whatever you want. However, if you're going on a date and you know that, you know, your boo's about to be kissing all up on you, that's definitely something that you want to keep in mind. Also, you have to think about, some lipsticks are harder to wear than others. So there are some lipsticks that they need constant reapplication. There are some lipsticks where you can eat or drink and you'll be fine, and there are other ones that, you know, you're gonna have to reapply. So that's also something to keep in mind, you know, depending on what you're gonna be doing. Now, also something that's really important is you have to know the finishes of the lipstick. And when I say finish, I mean the textures. So for instance, matte, that's the dry one. There's no shine, there's no gloss, there's no anything. And I find that for someone with full lips, those are the hardest to wear, just because in order to prevent, you know, looking like Tyrone Biggums, you can't, you have to be so careful with it, because you have to make sure your lips are moisturized but not too moisturized, but you don't want it to be too dry. So it gets really hard, is what I'm trying to say with about matte lipsticks. Satin finishes and luster finishes, those, to me, when I first got started in wearing lipsticks, you know, if you get those finishes from someplace like MAC, those are the easiest to work with, because even though it's kind of in a lipstick form, when it goes on, it'll be more similar to a lip gloss. Now, if you kind of want the best of both worlds, because sometimes you might not want like a super glossy lip look, I would say go for something that's semi-matte. So it's not going to be all the way dry like a Riri Woo or Ruby Woo or something like that, but it's not going to be all the way shiny and glossy like a luster or satin finish. And I'll put in another picture of one that I like. And you also need to think about lipstick alternatives, because when you think about it, you kind of just want a certain lip color. You don't necessarily care what form that color, like how it gets on your lips, like what the formulation is. So think about things like lip crayons. I love lip crayons. Tarte usually comes out with a set probably around now, since it's the holidays, and they'll have like a red, they'll have a nude, they'll have a berry, and that's going to put color on your lips, but it's not going to be like a lipstick, so it'll go on more easy like a gloss. And that's, I would also say, a good place to get started. And then also think about like colored glosses, and I'll put in another picture probably right here of some glosses. So for instance, Hourglass, Marc Jacobs, and even some of the MAC ones. I know the MAC, which one was it? One of the Viva Glams. Those glosses are really, really pigmented. So if you put that on, it's going to give a full, you know, coverage to your lips. And again, it's not going to be as hard to wear as a lipstick. It's going to be a gloss. So therefore, when it dries out, it's not necessarily going to look crazy as, you know, let's say a matte lipstick would. And I would say lastly, remember just to have fun, because at the end of the day, it's beauty. It's supposed to be fun. We have full lips that were God-given. No Kylie Jenner, you know, so just think about that. And I think if you moisturize, exfoliate, and use a lip liner, anybody can wear a lipstick. So that's all for now. Comment and let me know if you have any questions. I'll try to put links and pictures into everything that I have. And until next time, bye.